Hey, my babies, and how you all doing, girl? Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you are doing great. Hope everywhere, mama. Hope everywhere, still are. Welcome back, babies. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell, and also do not forget to give me a huge thumbs up and then share this video. Thank you. So, you guys, the housemates, the other parts of the housemates, that's the right word, because we discussed few diary sessions the other day. So some of the housemates also had their diary session yesterday. The diary session started on Tuesday, that's if I'm not mistaken. Today is Thursday, so yeah, it started on Tuesday, where the housemates had the first opportunity to pour out their mind, right? So in their numbers, they went in for their diary session. Some were fun, some the English was the problem. Like Bravo was really pushing it, he tried, they all went there. Ilano, her diary session was Gucci, it was funny and all of that, but the diary session I am actually focusing on right now is between Liema and Butle B. But before I talk about that, in Millie's diary session, you guys, another diary session that is staring brows is Millie's diary session. And the reason why it is staring brows is because of he had mentioned my crush. Yes, you guys, Millie had mentioned my crush, Yemi Craigs. Exactly the point. So Millie had mentioned that the reason why he nominated Q was because of he reminds him so much of Yemi Craigs. And guess what? Because of that, the TL has gone agog. They've been calling out, the Yemi Craigs fans have been calling out on Millie that he is still better than you, yada yada yada. But what he said about Yemi Craigs, he did not actually say like bad thing about Yemi Craigs, or did Millie and Yemi had ish whilst they were in the house? Because I have forgotten, for me to hear him say that, I have forgotten if they literally had issues whilst they were in the house. But one thing he said was about the physique, right? He only said about the physique that he is a tall, black, sweet guy. When you look at Q, what comes to his head is how Yemi Craigs look. Of course, you guys know Yemi Craigs is so cute, hence why he is my crush. So yeah, you guys, because of that, they've been dragging Millie and all of that. And Millie spoke about Tandeka's personality, the how she's been seen, right? The how she's been seen is not whom she really is, that she feels like people need to give her the chance to understand her. Because of her display the first night, people have a different perception about her. But behind all of those, whatever she did, there is someone sweet in there, and that himself and what's the name, Tandeka, have a good relationship, like friendship, nothing more attached to it. That is what Millie had said. Neliswa entered emotionally, right? Because she said she cried, after the pool chat they had about losing siblings, that it triggered her, but she said the house has really supported her in all of this, the likes of Ramona, despite doing her own thingy, that she keeps on checking, on her. You guys also know that Ramona also cried yesterday, so I think the heat is building in small, and little conversations like this trigger people up because of one or two things they've been through. That is just what it is. It's normal. And then she also spoke about King Wonder also comforting her, and for the returning housemates, she said initially she thought it was unfair bringing housemates who has been there before, right? But now that she feels like they deserve a second chance after hearing their stories, and then she said she regrets nominating Tandeka. That is what she said, that she felt like she judged Tandeka so quickly, and then she said the reason why, but talking about judging Tandeka quickly, I feel like most of the housemates who nominated Tandeka, I do not really blame them. It's just the first impression that is playing on their head. Hence why they find it very easy to be like, okay, that lousy girl, let's just, nominate her, And then the reason why she nominated Butle B when she did was because of she felt Butle B was isolated, hence why she did the nomination with Butle B, So that was that about what's it called, Neliswa. Her diary session was also an interesting one, but Didi keeps getting the accolade of having the best diary session even till now, right? Now let's talk about Liema's diary session. Okay, so Liema spoke about coming back, that she literally had creativity blocked because of she was overly excited coming back to the house. And then she spoke about how the journey has been, that she's so happy to have the second chance, right? And she spoke a little about her previous season, what it was, and the narrative she's to correct right now. And then she was asked a question about the head of house, that how did she perceive the head of house, seeing him being the first head of house. And then Liema said she felt like, what's the name, Offense is actually perfect for the first head of house with his personality and everything. But at the same time, there's something he is doing that she do not find funny, that he has a thing with, someone, Tracy, but at the same time, he keeps pulling her by the corner. So she feels like the guy is trying to play a game. That is what she said. That the guy is trying to play this particular game. And she, Liema, is not here for any of that, right? And also she spoke about, I think, is it Tumi the Baba, right? Where she said that, the reason why she nominated Tumi the Baba was because Tumi gives off this vibe of her ex from previous season. You guys know whom that is now. Jared in Jalala, yes. That he gives off this vibe of, that he's playing that kind of game, that person of Jared. Hence why she'd be like, no ways. I can't feel this at all. I can't get to experience this again. So that is the reason why Liema nominated Tumi. And funny enough, on the social space, people have always shared how Tumi always admire Liema, look at her, and all of that. And do not forget, Tumi is with Butle B. Wahala be like bicycle with this housemate. Do you know what I have noticed this season? Right? Ships are, is booming, which people are already calling the show Love Island and all of that. Some people be like, oh, what do you expect? It's male and female together. Do you expect them not to ship? Yada, 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 right? But at the same time, do you notice that the ladies do not want who want them? They want who do not want them. Wahala be like bicycle. You get this life no balance at all. They want who do not want them at all. But whichever ways it is what it is. And then Lema spoke about that, and then from Lema's end, she feels like the housemates are welcoming. Yes, she feels like the housemates are welcoming. So they welcome them so well that it's been a fun one and all of that. Now, talking about Butle B, you guys, the diary session is actually my focus, right? Talking about Butle B. Do you guys know that people have been, the Liema fans have been calling out on Butle B that what is this passion of dislike that she has for Liema, that it may seem as though Butle B is someone who do not like Liema whilst Liema was outside the ward, like when they were not in Biggie's house, when Liema was training with her lilies, right? So with the way Butle B said what she said about Liema, because she was asked when she got into the diary room, she spoke about how she felt like her plan was to come to the house, take her time, understand everything, then before, she process other things. The plan was not to come into the house and do some certain things, and you guys know what that means. So it may seem as the baby girl, after the night, she, did something with Tumi, and then was telling him, oh yeah, make me feel it, all those things now. Because these people, Wahala be like bicycle. So she said that it wasn't the plan to speedily, be changing saliva with someone in the house, and then she felt like that happened so quickly, and then she feel like she has actually brought herself down, underrated herself and all of that. But guess what, after Auntie said this in her diary session yesterday, last night again she started she started with Tumi again. Oh my god, you guys, these people, I just feel like they should just do them regardless. Okay, there's no need to actually claim perfect or all of that. But more that they keep so fast for that house. So like, what the hell? How many days like this? More people are just doing things like they've been seeing each other before. But whichever ways, then the part that got people's attention was the part of Liema. Yes, so she was asked about the returnees, and then she said, oh, for the returnees, that she feel like others are cool, but the most pretentious one is Liema. That Liema is so pretentious, that you can never read Liema. Yada, yada, yada. That's why she nominated Liema, that she's so pretentious, she is this, she's that, she said all she wanted to say. You could see that almost with Liema, she is not feeling her at all. She said that, when it comes to Liema, you cannot even picture what she's trying to say. That when they came into the house, the first day, Liema tried to carry out this big sister role on them, that some of them were already dancing to the tune, because Liema gave them this narrative that she's the big sister. that is the gameplay this season. You know, that is what she said, and all of a sudden she feel like Lema also wanted to do this. Oh, we came here first. I have a fan base or whatever. She's expecting people to, bow down to her because of she has got fan base before coming back to the house. But no one is gonna do that, and all of those talks. That was what she said. And guess what? The TL has been on fire because Butle B said that about Liema. People started calling her out to be very careful and stay away from Liema. All right, guys, I'm just going to be dropping my voice right here and now to leave the rest for you guys in the comment section. So what do you think about the housemate first diary session? Do you have any ick about any of the housemate? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be there to hear your own view. All right, please, if you're here to subscribe to this channel, kindly do so. Thank you. And also do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much for always selling with me. Bye for now.